Alien Earth. The Xenomorph has finally come to planet Earth, at least in canon. The show takes place, if the timeline I saw was correct, between Covenant and the original film. So it's adding more, it's filling in more holes for the mythos, which I think is great. Because there is a vast universe out there. There's so much we don't know about the Xenomorphs or other alien creatures within this universe. And Alien Earth gives us that. Not only do we learn more about the Xenomorph, we learn and see more of different alien species and what they can do. Like there's one that's literally like kind of an eye, and it will jump right into you and just take right into your eye, take over the eye, and just take over your entire body. And if it decides it wants to leave, that's it. You're dead. And the concept of that is just as scary as the Xenomorph itself. There's other creatures as well. There's ones that like spit acid, much like the blood of the Xenomorphs are basically acid. There's other ones that are like that just encase you, and there's just so many different aliens, and I love it. So the basic story of Alien Earth is the boy genius, who is the youngest trillionaire of all time. He basically created the synth. At least that's what it's kind of seeming like. And he comes up with a way to take dying children and transfer their consciousness into adult synth bodies. And another competitor kind of crash lands on his property, which has all these alien species, including the Xenomorph, and he takes possession of them, and he wants them as his own toys. And that's pretty much the story. You've got Sydney Chandler as our main synth, Wendy, and she is fantastic. She is absolutely amazing, and it's great to see not only her, but these other, like, adult characters, these adult humans, play children in adult bodies. And it's both fascinating, but also kind of heartbreaking, because they're children, but now they have to all of a sudden be grown-ups. But yeah, Sydney Chandler, star-making performance, in my opinion. This also features the great Timothy Olyphant, and he's fantastic. He plays a full-on synth. He's like the chief scientist for the boy genius, and he is cool, he's calm, he's collected, zero emotions at any time because he's completely synth. And he plays it so well. Just him as a character, frightening in itself. But of course, the main event, the major frighteningness? The Xenomorph. We learn lots about the Xenomorph. Many things we've never known before. Adding to the mythos, adding to the legend of this alien. Like, I was always under the impression that the Xenomorph, that when it comes out of the egg, the facehugger latches to your face, it plants the egg inside the body, that it needed the entire body to incubate. Not true. If you haven't watched the show, I won't spoil how the Xenomorph came to be, how it was incubated, but it is different. And it adds so much to the mythos. But there's also Wendy, who can communicate with the Xenomorph. And, it's not really entirely established how she can. At one point, and this is a bit of a spoiler, but this happened in like the first or second episode, really. It was very early on. She's actually killed by a Xenomorph, and then they bring her back because she's now a synth. And after that, ever since that, she was able to communicate with the Xenomorph. And it's not explained how exactly, but the way the show ended, it is such a massive cliffhanger that there better be a season 2, because I not only want to see what's going to happen, I want to see Wendy being able to communicate with the Xenomorph. I want to see that expanded upon more and more and more until I learn what is happening. The show definitely has its moments of fright, but it also has some good moments of comedy, some great moments of action. It mixes everything that has made the Alien franchise in general so good, and it just executes it perfectly. I could definitely see why some people may not like Alien Earth, because some may consider it revealing too much about the creature, and it's kind of, and the lore mystery about the Xenomorph is kind of going to the wayside. But for me, that doesn't matter, because I've always wanted to know more and more and more about the Xenomorph, and this show is perfect for that. So, if you're a fan of the Alien franchise, you should enjoy this. You know, the whole expanding on the Xenomorph itself might be a little annoying to some, but in general, the show is so good. It is probably one of the best, if not the best, of the year, at least that I've seen. I give Alien Earth an A+. Thanks for watching this episode of Fatman Inc Horror. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and to see more horror reviews as Fatman Inc Horror begins to take shape. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.